We are hearing from President Biden after the tragedy out of Michigan. Ireland Fitzer has that and the rest of today's national headlines from the Newscenter.
President Joe Biden now urging lawmakers to do something after the shooting in Michigan.
It's happening far too often in this country. Far too often. While we gather more information, there's one thing we do know to be true. We have to do something to stop gun violence ripping apart our communities.
The attack was the 67th mass shooting this year, according to data from the nonprofit group Gun Violence Archive. Reporters say the gunman struggled with mental health after his mother's death. And 5 years ago today, the Parkland shooting took place. President Joe Biden adding onto his remarks today about gun violence.
No rationale. And I'm going to say something that's always controversial, but there is no rationale for assault weapons and magazines that hold 50, 70 bullets.
Since the shooting, in Florida, laws have been passing the age to buy firearms in the state, also taking guns away from those deemed to be a threat, and increasing mental health resources for students. The majority Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act was also passed, which allowed some teachers to be armed in schools. Here in the state, more than 100 bills are in the works that could increase firearm access in Oklahoma. Some of the bills created would allow firearm in places such as parked cars on school property, also expanding access to firearms while on boats, and increasing the area in which a person can reasonably discharge their gun in self-defense. Democratic lawmakers have filed several bills aiming to regulate firearms and tracking gun deaths. Cameron, Dana.